Okay, so this is the simplified harmonic method of tidal prediction. So the advantage of this one is you can calculate for any time. Okay, so this is the simplified harmonic method of tidal prediction. As you can see, there is already a process in boxes, no? And you will be using this form. This is actually a form. But we cannot do this because we do not have the complete table. Because here you need to go to part 3, table 7, and table 6. So it is very difficult. And this is a very long process. Maubos ang time natin. Anyway, there is a detailed instruction in doing this. And you can find this even if I do not give you a copy. You can find this in the Admiralty tide tables on board. So wala yung sa atin, wala dyan sa binigay ko sa inyo because that is only a excerpt. And it is very hard to program this without an example. Kaya you can only do this on board. So I did this when I was a cadet. But I followed, of course, the detailed instruction, which is ito. Okay, the detailed instruction for manual completion of the form. And I have programmed it in yung basic language of yung programmable calculator, yung mahaba, no? Yung Casio, which is very popular sa mga seafarers. Okay, so let us continue. So here we are not going to solve for this. I am just introducing it to you. There is a detailed instruction for you to comply. Medyo mahirap because there are cosine and sine functions also. Although kayang-kaya niya naman to. Mabusisi ito, mas mabusisi ito kaysa doon sa secondary port. Now, the advantage of this is yung if you have programmed it already, you can take the tide at any time. Kahit na every minute you try to check, madali lang. No? As long as the data are entered already in the program. Yun nga, ang disadvantage naman is this is less accurate than the tides in the tables. So mas accurate pa rin yun nandun sa table. Because this is only a simplified method. Okay. So let us end this. At least you heard already about the simplified harmonic method of tidal prediction. Okay, for extrapolation, you will encounter this when you become second mate. There are some data that you cannot interpolate because interpolation is the word inter means within the selection. So for example, this one, no? Greenock. This is your mean high water spring and mean high water nip. And then the corresponding value at the secondary port in south end or south end Kintyre is negative 1.3 and negative 1.2. So if you are going to interpolate for the standard port, this is Greenock in April 19. Ano? You can find this in your tables. So if you are going to interpolate this, so you cannot put it in the middle or in between. Kasi interpolation is inter means within the selection. No? So what will you do? Anyway, I will introduce to you now yung ating extrapolation. So yun ang interpolation is yung inter meaning within. So extra meaning either sobra or outside the selection. Ano? So extrapolation, we are going to use extrapolation. So papaano? Okay, I will show you. Okay. So this is our selection. Mean high water spring 3.4 and the corresponding value at the secondary port is negative 1.3. And then we have the mean high water nip tide, which is 2.9 and the corresponding value at the secondary port is negative 1.2. And then we are going to interpolate 3.5. So we cannot interpolate because it is not within the selection, ano? Or it is not in between the selection. So it is actually outside. So what are we going to do? We are going to extrapolate. Okay, let me prepare my pen. Okay, so of course this is higher than 3.4, so we are going to put 3.5 here. 3.5. And then here will be your x, unknown yet. Okay, so this is how we lay out. The difference between these are yung x, which is still unknown. And here is 0.1. And then take the difference here. So magkaiba sila ng interpolation, di ba? So the difference is 0.5. And then take the difference also here. Okay, so here, this is 3.4 minus 2.9. So what are we going to do is we start also from here, no? Negative 1.3 minus negative 1.2. So try in your calculator, ilan? Pakisubok sa inyong calculator. What is the sign? Negative 1.3 minus negative 1.2. Ilan? Okay, so negative 1.3 minus magiging positive. So negative 0.1. Tama? So now we can lay out the same as the interpolation. X over negative 0.1 is equal to 0.1 over 0.5. Okay, so we will cross multiply. So we have 0.5 x is equal to negative 0.1 times 0.1. And then we divide each side by 1 over 0.5 so that we can cancel the 0.5 here in x. 1 over hirap 0.5. So we can cancel now. Cancel. Cancel. So remaining will be x. So x equals negative 0.1 times 0.1 divided by 0.5. So ilan? X will be, pakisolve nyo nga dyan sa calculator nyo because if I will access the calculator, I will stop sharing. So that I will not go out from this.
Negatives.
Negative
Negative
0.02, sir.
0.02.
Negative 0.02, tama. Negative, parang naalala ko rin. Okay, wait. So, negative 0.02. Okay, so we will apply it to negative 1.3. So, are we going to add or subtract? To 1.3. To or from 1.3. Okay, so here, no? This is 3.4. This is increasing. Increasing to 3.5. So, what are we going to do? We are going to add. No? 3.4 to 3.5 is increasing. So, we are going to add. Add natin yung negative 0.02.
Negative 1.32, sir.
Negative 1.32. So this is your extrapolated value, no? Okay. If we are going to use this one, we are still going to round it off to negative 1.3. But what is important is I have shown to you how to extrapolate. Because maybe in the future you will encounter this. So magtataka ka, no? Kung paano mo i-solve. So actually, I learned this only from analysis because I have a program. My program failed during this, yung ganitong problem. That's why I reprogram it. I analyze it how. Then I discovered extrapolation. So that's why I know this extrapolation. Of course, not all officers know this. Okay. So I will end this meeting. Thank you for listening and good luck.